Just talk about being here with two horses. They're your first Breeders' Cup horses, correct? Or I'm thinking.
No, that's correct. It's our first time to run any horse in the Breeders' Cup. We have two this year, so it's pretty outstanding.
And one's only the second New Mexico bred, slammed, to run. And the first one is like an asterisk, Rick's Natural Star, which this filly's like the complete 180 from him. She's getting a lot of respect.
Yeah, she earned her way into the Breeders' Cup by winning the Thoroughbred Club of America, Grade 2 here at Keeneland. So, yeah, she's earned it. She deserves to be in there.
Just talk about how big this is for you and how big this is for New Mexico racing.
Well, I mean, it's all about the horse. It really isn't about me. But, yeah, for New Mexico, it's unbelievable because we're kind of shunned down on our breeding program, although New Mexico breeding program has gotten much better over the years. So you can always, with the breeding we have, you can always come with a horse like her. It's just probably few and far between, but there's always a possibility to get a really nice horse like her.
Now your owners had to, which used to include you, and you sold your share of the mare back to the breeder, correct?
Right, correct.
Yeah.
To the original owner of the mare, yes.
And that's right, because you're one of the breeders.
Me and Brad King are the breeders, yes.
Well, the owners had to put up $200,000 because the stud wasn't nominated.
And she wasn't nominated either. I think the stud's definitely going to be nominated for the next breeding season because he's shown to be outstanding and had some really nice babies. And she's earned her way in. She's won that money, so it wasn't a big deal. The owners put the money up. She's earned that money.
And there's breeders awards here. The people that, when you supplement them like that, there's the Stallion Awards and there's the Breeders Awards, which will be coming back to.
Yeah, I mean, I heard something about that. I don't know much about it, but yeah, they have nice incentives for Kentucky breds and for breeders from anywhere. So, unbelievable. The Breeders' Cup is just awesome.
But first, of course, she has to take care of business in the race. Talk about the filly and Mare Sprint and.
Well, we didn't draw where we wanted to, you know. She's never been on the rail in the one hole going any distance, so we don't know how she's gonna handle that. She's handled everything well. She runs hard every time, so it's a little bit of a concern, but there's nothing we can do about it.
And Senior Buscador, he won the ACAC at Churchill Downs to get in here, and he's a very nice, hard-hitting horse. Talk about him.
Yeah, he's only run 7 times. He's almost 5 years old and only run 7 times, so he's finally got on a consistent running basis, and now he's just getting progressively better and better, and he's peaking right now. So look for him to run a good race.
And what was the story with him, the reason that he so lightly raced and didn't race until he was older?
In the Risen Star, he'd come back with a chip in the ankle, and so we gave him plenty of time, and then had him back ready to run 8 months later, and then he hurt himself in the stall, and then they had him back. Then we had to lay off him for another 4 months, and it's just on and on, just something happening with him all the time. But now everything's going good, and he's got some races under his belt, and now he's got a great foundation, and he showed his last race how good he's getting.
Now tell me the story about why, you're the co-breeder of Slammed, that you sold your share in her back to the woman who had the mare originally, that you had gotten.
Well, Barbara Coleman sold us Slam's mother to me and Brad King when she got out of the business. She just was getting a little older, a little longer in the tooth, and she didn't want to breed horses and raise them anymore, and so she just kind of got out of the business, and we bought the mare for a fair price. She gave us a good deal on her, and she's been great to us. And now that Slam's come to this point, she wanted to get back in, so she approached me, and we made a deal, and she bought back into Slam.
And when was this?
This was after the Rancho Bernardo.
So before that, she won at Keeneland.
Right,
yeah.
right.
Yeah. Any regrets after?
Not at all. We would never have Slammed if it wasn't for Barbara. So no regrets whatsoever. You take care of your clients when you're a trainer, and that's what I'm doing.
What are you hearing from, the horsemen back home and the breeders back home?
Everybody's very excited about her. This is a once-in-a-lifetime thing. This has really never happened before, to have a legitimate New Mexico bred in a Breeders' Cup race. So they'd come to Keeneland and won a Grade 2. So everybody's really excited and proud of her, I believe.
And
trainers in New Mexico don't get opportunities unless you're based, back east, or on the West Coast. So yeah, we have limited opportunities. A lot of good horsemen back in New Mexico. A lot of good riders have come from New Mexico. Jerry Bailey, Mike Smith, Garrett Gomez, people like that, and several more. So New Mexico has good horsemanship, and just like I said, we just don't get the opportunity.
And just talk about the dirt mile at Senior Buscador, the field there, and you mentioned with the filly, you weren't necessarily thrilled with the post, but what about with Senior Buscador?
He's going to get caught a little wide, but he's going to have a clear trip. I'd rather have the clear trip than get in trouble, because unfortunately he gives them about a 3 or 4 length head start every time and just tries to catch up. So we're gonna probably lose some ground, but to have a clear trip is going to be important for him.
But you feel these horses, maybe not so much asking for good luck, just don't let them have bad luck and you'll take your chances from there.
Yeah, I'm not afraid to lead either horse up against the competition. I think they fit right in, and things go right and we can get our picture taken.